Thank you.
We'll just have to adjust the volume of this thing on the fly.
Of what? Oh, yeah.
The music, because we didn't test it.
That's fine.
I think this is on or off. How do I know? Would it turn off if you weren't using it?
It'll be on.
So that's off. Would it have turned off if you weren't using it for a while?
I think maybe.
It might, yeah. And then I have to connect to it.
Yeah.
Jibble flip. Did you catch that? Did you catch that on the audio? Did you get it?
Yes, I
It
did.
was so loud. Little Buddha is here and ready. Let me have a sip, and then I'm going to start this. Okay, welcome to the very first episode of Tarot and Tunes Question and Answer. Do you know what that means? Do you know what this means? This means that you get to ask questions, and I'm going to try my damn best to answer them on the spot. Tarot readings. It's going to be great. More than just tarot readings, it's going to be intuitively channeled and spiritually crack little Buddha and Anneille. I love it. It's going to be channeled messages, everything like that. It's all going to be coming in for me tonight. I am open and ready to rock. Before we start, it won't be tarot and tunes without the tunes. So DJ, spin that shit. It always takes a second. Oh, kicking us off tonight, a little Cigar Club. I don't know if these boys watch this show. They probably don't, but I hope that they do. And if they do, then they would have seen me say last week, hey guys, I still want to purchase my shirt. So let's do that up. Okay. First things first. You guys can ask any question that you might have about possibly your life, maybe a career move, maybe a relationship, maybe, I don't know. You can really ask anything. I'm not going to put any limits on it. Disclaimer, if you ask a question, it's going to be in the comments. So if it's something that maybe you don't want everybody to know about, just be mindful of that. I feel like I appreciate courage and checking your ego. So if you are thinking of something that you want to ask and maybe you're like, ugh, I just don't want everyone to know, just like tonight, just like screw it. Honestly, it doesn't matter. If there is a question that you want to ask that you don't want your name up on the screen and stuff like that, that's cool too. You can say, please don't put this up. That's fine, but your question will still be in the comments. You can delete it after if you want. I don't really care what you do. Yeah. Otherwise, we're going to kind of go with the flow of this one. So, in future episodes, if we decide that it's better to, you want me to turn it down a little bit? It's good? Okay. In future episodes, if we decide that it's better to maybe get questions in an email and then I can answer them on the air, just not give names, but you'll know your question, obviously. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So feel free to start asking your questions and go ahead. But while you guys do and while we get some questions going in the comments, I'm going to talk a little bit about what the fuck's going on in the sky right now, because the moon is in Sagittarius. And y'all, let me tell you, it's going to be interesting. So, let's light some sage while we talk about the moon in Sagittarius. So, when the moon is in Sagittarius, you can expect, and maybe and it's in Sagittarius today. So maybe you can expect a little bit of, let's say you can expect a little bit of scatteredness, because that's what the Sagittarius moon does. Also, coincidentally enough, today happens to be the first ever episode of Tarot and Tunes Question and Answer happens to fall, not coincidentally, obviously divinely timed, on the fall equinox. And how amazing is that? That's an amazing thing. So, knowing that the moon is in Sagittarius, a little bit of scattered energy. The fall equinox is today, so the begin of the slowdown, the begin of the, I don't want to say, like, we're not shutting down by any means, I wanted to say reason or means, and I said it at the same time. I called it meason. We're not shutting down by any meason, but I think I'm funny. But we are going to slow down. And I think that everybody is kind of on the same path where they're like, we've been nothing but slowed down. It's like we were 100%. We were slowed down this year in total. But more than that, I feel like once things started to lift and regulations and guidelines started to ease, I feel like we all went like full force. And now everybody's kind of burnt out and tired because we had to make up for lost time. So this fall equinox is welcomed with open arms to help us kind of like begin the hibernation. Let's take care of ourselves. Let's get our shit together. Let's take care of our minds. Let's take care of our bodies. Let's take care of our spirits and our higher selves. Let's take care of ourselves because next year is going to be amazing. I truly believe. I haven't really done any like further exploration into what the planets have for us next year because sometimes living too far in the future is not good. So I know a lot of tarot readers and like conscious workers like myself, they look really far in the future to see what's going to happen. And I don't like doing that because it takes me away from where I'm at right now. So I might look like maybe a month in advance, but like I don't really go any further than that. And that's my personal decisions and choices. But again, you guys can do whatever the heck you want. So I feel that 2020 or 2021 is going to be freaking incredible. And I think that things are crack the beer for producer Pat. And I think that people are going to really kind of like, you're going to be like, oh, that's why this happened this way. Oh, that's what 2020 was for. Thank you, 2020, because now shit is amazing. So let's keep in mind, there's a bunch of things. So today, moon is in Sagittarius, scattered energy. It's also the fall equinox, begin of the, hibernation, begin of the slowdown, begin of the self-care, next 3 months that we're going to need to do. I think 3 months, but whatever. And then also the sun, I believe tomorrow is going to be in Libra if it isn't already right now. But that is about, producer Pat just did a dance because he's a Libra, but the sun in Libra, it means like it's all about balance. It's all about partnership. It's all about relationships and contracts. So if you're starting something or getting into a relationship, now's the time. And also one good thing to be mindful of, and I think that I'm going to use a lot of these positions of the sun and the moon in some of the readings that we'll do on the spot tonight, but the moon is going to be in Capricorn by Friday, I believe. And that means that like, because it's in Sagittarius right now and there's a bit of scattered energy, if you are able to like muster up all of your passion and all of your like dedication and really pull that new moon energy that we just had and really dedicate yourself and apply to get shit done this week, you're going to bring it home on that Capricorn moon on Friday and really like anchor it all in and be accomplished. Keeping in mind, please don't hate me, Mercury has gone into shadow. So if Mercury affects you, it might be time to like be extra mindful of things that you're doing, because if Mercury affects you, you can be affected by the shadow period. It is by no means going to be in retrograde anytime soon, but it has entered the shadow period tomorrow. So we're going to get into a little like that dusting of that Mercury retrograde. But honestly, sometimes Mercury retrogrades are fun. And especially with like this new moon and this full moon the full moon that's coming up and the new moon we just had. I don't know. I'm kind of excited to like bring it on kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So before I talk any more about my planets and the planets and the moon and the stars, let's see what we have question-wise. I see producer Pat is showing me some numbers. So, all right, what do we have this? Oh, put that up. That's fine. What does it say? I like comments too. Trying to watch this over a slightly chaotic dinner where there's a will, love. Oh my gosh, the dedication to tarot and tunes. Love it. All right, but you said Tanya has a question? Okay. How about a collective card pull for this fall equinox? Love that energy, Tanya, coming in with a great suggestion. Let's do it. I'm going to have a sip. Let's smudge out these cards, and let's see what the cards have to say for the collective, for the fall equinox. While we listen to a little Bigfoots Hand, great local band. If you haven't heard of them, you should probably check them out. Fun fact, the singer and guitar player for Bigfoots Hand also plays lead guitar in Sweet and the Big Bad producer Pat's band. So you might want to check both those out. If anyone can tag Little Buddha, let them know we're back. I'm just going to bug the crap out of Little Buddha until they pay attention to me. I feel like it's always a good strategy. Just bug the crap out of things until they pay attention to you. All right. And if Matt Davies watching, then he would love that his song is on right now. All right, needed a little more sage. It's 2020. You guys know what's up. There we go. Let's get these cards smudged, cleansed out. And our intention, I feel like that's going to just smoke me out. Let's just toss that up there. And our intention is going to be to pull a card for the collective, for the fall equinox, this new season we're moving into. Days and nights are the same length today. Funny enough, people always say that the fall equinox falls on the 21st, but because of the calendar and like the way that the planets like refuse to fall into anything that we decide is like their guidelines, it's really anywhere between the 21st and the 24th now. So happened to be today. I don't know how I missed that, but I definitely woke up this morning, and as I was, doing my meditation and getting ready for the show tonight, I was like, oh, damn, it's the fall equinox. Like, perfect. Why is it always so divine? Love. All right. So I'm just going to intuitively, like I always do, allow myself to be called to where the cards would like to be cut. There we go. Oh, my goodness. Let's just get that up there. Check that out. The Sun card. Do you know what this means, you guys? This is what the fall is going to bring for us. Just success and radiance and standing in our power and embracing the glow. And like, I'm going to bring it up. There's my marker tape. Unlike the moon, which you guys know is my favorite, the moon is all about evolution and gradual change, right? The sun is about doing that and then shifting into, so like I feel, and please tell me in the comments if you resonate. I feel like over the past 6 or 7 months, we have been evolving, embracing gradual change, because it's been nothing but gradual change. And we just had it this weekend. Regulations tightened up like 11 o'clock on Saturday morning. Producer Pat and I were getting ready to go out to a wedding that I was officiating, and he was going to live stream. And we're like, oh my God, like, are they going to be able to do it? Luckily, they were within the guidelines and or following the rules and everything amazingly. So it was no issue, and we were safe, and everything was good. But like, imagine being a bride on her wedding day, getting your hair done, and getting the announcement that, hey, guess what? What was 100 people in a social gathering, socially distanced and being mindful, is now 25. So your wedding that's supposed to happen today, guess what? It's not going to happen. Or it's not going to happen the way that you thought it was going to happen. I don't know, but that would be really hard. So anyways, circling back, I'm a type of person who says circling back. Circling back to what I said before, it's going to be about we've done the change, we've evolved, we've adapted, we've done the self-work, we've done the growth, we've done everything, and now we're standing in the sun, and now we can be successful, and now all of the seeds that we planted that got destroyed, and replanted again, and now they're growing. Now we're gonna get that success. Now we're gonna have that our day in the sun. Now we're gonna be able to be radiant and glowing and amazing, and just like, if you can, when I had the card over there, you could see, like, let's get a shot of that camera again, Producer Pat, just so they can see it. So, like, this little dude on this horse, like, he's just happy. He's just chilling on this horse. There's a beautiful, flag behind him flowing. The sun is shining. The sunflowers are blooming. I'm going to bring it back up here, Pat. Just like now, the sunflowers have all just come out of bloom, and they're all going, they're ridiculously tall, and they're so pretty everywhere you see them. It's the fall, it's the harvest, it's amazing. We're going to reap in that success. So you guys, my collective, everybody in the whole world, let's just embrace this energy. We are going to be just absolutely thriving in the fall, and it's going to be amazing. And I'm excited. I'm honestly excited. I am a summer person. I love the sun. If I'm not, if I'm not busy doing tarot card readings, or marrying people, or photography, or whatever else I do, my million jobs I do, you can find me in the sun. I frickin' love the summer. I live by the water. It's my favorite thing in the whole world. And I'm actually looking forward to the fall. I'm actually looking forward to, bringing it all in, relaxing, recharging, self-care. I decided I'm going to make some plans further than I already have, and I want to meet some goals. So maybe you're resonating with this. I'm only talking about my experience because I feel like sometimes it can help other people. So if you got anything from that, please let me know. I love the comments. But yes, Tanya, great suggestion. So there's your fall collective pull, the equinox fall pull for us, for the collective, the sun. Just bask in its radiance, my friends. I want the little Buddha logo to be right where, like adjacent to the sip hole. The sip hole. Oh my God, the sip hole. Can we start calling it that? Oh, hold on. Let me just get a sip from the sip hole here. Pat and I, cheers. There we go. Little Buddha. Someone tag them. All right. What do we got up next there, producer Pat?
So this is Diane, I think.
Oh, Diane. Yes, she booked a reading. I'm gonna have hers to her by the end of the week. What do we got? Will my current relationship become more serious? Ooh, a relationship question. I'm digging it. Well, let's see what the cards have to say, Diana. I honestly want to bring this down and just lay back and let's just take it down for a second. Let's just chill. All right, this is going to be a nice, easy episode. All right, Diana, we're going to get a little bit of sage going for you so that we can see if the cards can give you an answer. As I'm doing this, I am also connecting to you energetically, whilst simultaneously connecting to source. And honestly, normally I get a pretty clear yes or no in my head for questions like that, because it is kind of a yes or no answer. But I'm not getting anything right now, so I'm curious. I want to see what these cards have to say. So the question was, will Diana's current relationship become more serious? So keeping in mind the Libra position of the sun tomorrow, it's all about partnership, it's all about relationships, it's all about contracts. So keep in mind those things. Right now is a good time to really work on those things. And let's see what they say. I'm curious to know if Diana wants her current relationship to get more serious, if that's something she's looking for, or if she's... Oh, and also... No, that doesn't really apply. I just got in my head a message, something about yes, but right now is not the time for a huge commitment. So it's yes, it can, and it's kind of on your terms, but right now is not a time for you to really commit. And I keep seeing the card in my head that kind of symbolizes that. So I know that that's what Spirit is trying to tell me, but let's see what the cards say. So again, just going to intuitively allow myself to be called to where the cards would like to be cut. Oh, interesting. All right, let's get that one up there. Let me move it up. So we have here the 9 of Wands. Honestly, I feel like this is, again, kind of just reiterating what I said. I'm going to pull this up, producer Pat. This is, again, just reiterating what I said. It might not be a time for you right now to make a huge commitment or to shift this into anything more serious right now. But I feel like you're really being called to kind of whatever you think is supposed to be. If you feel like this is it, and if you feel like this is a serious thing, and if you feel like this is what you want, then hold that down. You need to kind of stand your ground. I feel like there's a couple of aspects of this relationship that you might be letting go because you're kind of just whatever, I have bigger things to worry about right now. And that's okay. pick her battles. It's a really good like way to live life, but also stand your ground and kind of like put up or shut up. So like right now, if things are good and if things are flowing and if things are feeling like they are where you'd like them to be, then perfect. Let's stay there. Right now is not a huge time to up a commitment, especially with Mercury going into shadow, and the kind of the scatteredness of the moon. But like coming in the future weeks and months of this year, like what's left of it, I kind of feel like you're gonna have to like have like a serious, I don't want to say like a serious talk, but like a point where you're gonna come to, you're gonna be like, all right, listen, we're either doing this or we're not. But that time is not right now. Enjoy this time. I feel like there's still a lot of changes that you guys are gonna go through, and that might give you some answers on your own. But let it kind of flow right now. I'm definitely like the most strong message that's coming through for me right now is like, don't make decisions right now. Now is not the time for you to be like we need to know whether this is gonna, are we gonna get married, or are we gonna, I don't know your situation. I'm just using like the ultimate commitment example. Like, we're either gonna get married or we're not, or we're either gonna move in together or we're not. Like right now is not the time to do that. So just chill, roll with things, flow. Remember that new moon energy, flow with the ease of things, but pay attention, really pay attention. And then in a few weeks, in a few months, I feel like you're gonna come to that place where you're gonna be like, all right, this is either happening or it's not, so we need to figure this out. And I think you might already know. But I feel like it's positive. I don't necessarily see anything ending. I just see you being like, all right, boy, had enough. What's up? What's happening? Like, let's figure that out. So that is the answer to that question, Diana. Thank you so much for your question and the awesome courage and egoless ability to just kind of throw that all out there. Because you know what? All of our lives are the same, man. Everybody's got shit going on. Everybody's unsure. Everybody wants to know. Producer Pat's going to ask some questions for himself later. That song that was just on was Burn by Drop Top ALIBI. Again, great band. Following that up with a little Mirror Mirror by Banana Gun. It's a new band I've just kind of come across. I don't even think that they know that they're on Tarot and Tunes, but they should, because it's awesome. I'm having fun. This is like such a casual show. All right, what do we got up next? We have another question, Producer Pat. Well, you pull that up. I'm going to get some sage up here. Nikki Diane would like to know, will I go back to work? Hi, Nikki. How are you? I hope you're well. What a question. I feel like everybody's kind of there, man. Like, well, if you're still off from COVID, or perhaps you're off for a different reason, but all right. Well, let's see. Again, another straightforward yes or no answer. I'm going to just let the cards go for this one. So let's see what they say. So Nikki, I'm just going to connect to your energy, move that so I don't spill it, because every drop needs to make it from the sip hole into my mouth. Is it gross?
No,
I think it's funny. I think I'm funny. Okay. Nikki Diane wants to know, will I go back to work? Let's see. Let's do a traditional shuffle. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the flow. All right, girl. Gonna intuitively allow myself to be drawn to where the cards would like to be cut. Oh my God, you got the same card. This is crazy. You guys all saw me shuffle that deck. Let's bring that up, because I literally just did that. So straight up, I'm gonna say, like, it's two different situations, but like, how crazy is that? You guys saw me shuffling. You could see it on camera, right? You saw me shuffling the cards. I traditionally shuffle. I did everything. We got the same damn card. Like, that's amazing. Wow. I love it. Okay, so Nikki, I'm going to say that if you want to go back to work, you will. If you do not want to go back to work, stand your ground and don't. Because this card is all about like understanding that. So it's different in different situations. So when I was just relating it to the previous question, obviously it's different aspects of it are going to take hold for me. When I'm relating it to your question, immediately I feel like your job has kind of left you a little bit wounded maybe and a little bit run down, and you might be enjoying this time off a little bit more than you normally have been. But if you want to go back, then you need to stand your ground. So if you're not being brought back, I feel like you need to push for that. And maybe it's time for you to transition into something else. Again, not right now. Do not make any moves right now. Go with the flow. But you're going to need to kind of like be in your personal power and hold that resolve really close to yourself so that you can know if you're making the right choices or not. And if you're being like dicked around by your employer, then it's time to stand up. And if you're off, and maybe enjoying the time off because it's given you the ability to slow down and really take a look at your life, maybe you're supposed to start something else. Again, not right now, but I'm just going to tell you to whatever it is that comes across your path in that way, stand your ground and go with your gut, because that's definitely what is coming through here. I can't believe it's the same card. Producer Pat, my mind is blown. That's insane. Y'all, the cards have some shit for us tonight. Everyone's getting the 9 of Wands. That's the answer to everything. The collective. All right. Do we have another question up there?
So we've got one that isn't really a question per se as much. Well, it is a question, but I don't know if it's, I'm just going to bring it up.
Okay.
It's not really like a card pull question.
Oh, it looks like a paragraph.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it.
Angelique. Love her energy. She just had a reading done.
I'm going to bring that.
Wow, that's a big old... Okay. I feel like our inner darkness and shadow aspects are as sacred and inspiring as our light. 100%. And I talk about that all the time. We need the ego. We need our higher selves. It's all awareness. But how do we honor that side or surrender to it without staying stuck there or attracting more dark? Or turning your experience into a shit show. Does that make sense? LOL. Love this question. All right, you can pop that down because that's taking up everything. But Angelique, what a beautiful, just a beautiful spirit she is. Okay, it's not really a card pull. I feel like it's more of just like an intuitive, like spiritual channel answer. So I would say, first and foremost, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Pat, can you leave that just kind of up in the bottom there so I can reference it every so often? Because there was a few points I want to make. So our inner darkness and shadow aspects are as important to us as our light. And if I wanted to change the phrasing of that for some people who might not understand that lingo, what I normally say is you have your highest self, and then you have your ego or your cop-out self. So, and I've talked about this at length in many of my readings and many of my shows. You need to marry the two. You can't just be like, well, I'm going to abolish my ego, because your ego gives you information and awareness every day around areas where you still need to heal, or areas where you still can evolve, areas where you can do some work to really step up and step up into a higher vibration. And when I say vibration, again, it is the energetic frequency that you emit. And when your frequency is matching source energy, or the God of your understanding, universe, great spirit, great creator, whatever you hold, when your frequency is matching that, like vibration for vibration, let's say 100 hertz. Is that a frequency? Is hertz a frequency? I think so. Let's call it that. Let's say 100 hertz is source. 100 hertz from you would be you matching that. No one will ever get there. Maybe Gandhi. Maybe Buddha. I don't know. We're never going to get there. It's not part of our journey. We're literally human beings programmed to fail. Our job here is to bust open our consciousness wide enough that we can see all of these things that we do that drop our vibration, catch them in real time, and consistently level up. So like, let's say we're all born at like you're born a baby. Let's say you're born perfect with absolutely no interference whatsoever. Let's say if 100 is the max you can get up to, which it is not, I'm just using it as a reference. Let's say you're born at like 90%, okay? And then you just keep going back down, as you go. And some people might stop at like a pretty decent level and just kind of maintain their whole life. Other people, me for example, I love using myself as an example. I have gone through some shit in my life, in my childhood, in my adolescence, in my young adulthood, and even now. And it changes you. And sometimes if you're not conscious and you're not awake and you're not doing the work, then you will create these default behaviors and these thought patterns of belief that kind of keep you low. I know, right? Insecurities, all that stuff. So our job is to keep doing the work and keep raising our vibration. And what helps us do that? Ego, the shadows, the darknesses of ourselves. So she was asking, how do we honor that side or surrender to it without staying stuck there or attracting more dark? 100%, or turning your experience into a shit show, which is even better. 100% love this question. And that is so simply like, you feel it, you allow it to be, you are aware of it, you allow it to teach you, to show you, experience it, but you do not attach to it. It does not become part of you. So you're able to, hopefully the goal is to be able to do it in real time, but a couple days later is always great. Eventually maybe you'll get it to like a day, an hour. I had an experience this morning where I was upset at something someone said, and I was holding my ground in that and talking to them about it. And then they said something and my ego awareness clicked in and I was like, holy shit, I see it now. I was feeling insecure about what I said because what it meant about me. And I was so dead set on holding my ground to hold you accountable to that. I just realized that that's actually all about me. So guess what? Awareness, application, I want to say real time. It was probably like an hour later, maybe 20 minutes later. I think that's pretty good. It also wasn't the biggest deal in the world, so it was pretty easy to see. But 21-year-old Anneille, 26-year-old Anneille would have been like a goddamn hot mess, right? So that's what it's like. I was able to see it, grab that awareness, grab the lesson, harness that in, and then let it go. I didn't attach to it. It is not part of who I am. So don't live there. Learn the lessons from there while continuously applying them. Angelique, please tell me if that made sense. You and I are also going to connect. We talked earlier today, so shoot me a message, and we're definitely gonna what am I, too much on the mic? That's funny. I am too much on the mic. But yeah, Angelique, message me. We're gonna connect, and we can talk about that a little bit more. You and I know what's up. We've already talked, but let me know in the comments now if what I explained helped a little bit. It's really just about that, letting it go and not attaching. When you attach, it becomes part of your reality, and it becomes part of your experience, and you don't want it. You don't want to become it. You just want to get the lessons from it, right? Hope that made sense. Sometimes I feel like I babble. All right. What, do we have another Q&A for the Q&A? No, do we have another Q for the Q&A? Is it another job? There's a job theme. It makes sense. COVID times. Is a job in my future? Do you want a job to be in your future? I'm gonna imagine all I did was answer questions with questions. Do you want a job to be? I would like to know that though, Charlene, before I answer this, if you can drop that in the comment. We'll come back to this question. I would like to know if you want a job to be in your future. Actually, you know what? No, because if you asked it, you probably do. I just feel like you want it, but I don't feel like you need it for some reason. I don't feel like you need a job. I think you think you do. I don't know. I'm just looking for some good sage to light here so we can get that. Let's see what the cards have to say. Immediately, right off the bat, Charlene, I want to say, first of all, thank you for joining. Charlene had a reading as well. I love that I have all past readies. Is that what it's called? Reedies. Past reedies here. That's pretty great. Okay. The little Buddha makes me burpy, though. That's the one thing I will say. It does. It makes me burpy. And I'm doing a good job of just quietly, when you do them in your nose. Does anyone else burp in their nose where you're like, I'm a weirdo? What's our timing at? I just want to be mindful of, okay, we're good. I've answered like 3 questions. Questions aren't easy. That's why question and answer is a hot commodity. All right, Charlene, my dear friend who has booked a reading. She received it. It was a good one. Let's see. Is there a job in Charlene's future? Let's do another traditional shuffle. Imagine she gets the 9 of Wands. Okay, if she gets the 9 of Wands, I'm done tonight. This show is over. Clearly, the universe is fucking with me. Charlene, gonna intuitively allow myself to be called to where the cards would like to be cut. Oh, all right. I didn't say ooh in a bad way. I said ooh because it wasn't the 9 of Wands. Let me just get that on my marker. All right, my dear, you have the 10 of Swords here. I want to just straight up say no, I don't see a job in your future. That's pretty much what this card means. But more than that, let's bring it up. More than that. So like a direct answer to that question, no, I don't see a job in your future. But because it's the 10 of Swords, it more indicates to me that I don't see the job that you thought you were going to do in your future. I actually see you shifting onto a new path. It's like you've been going too hard for too long. I don't know if you've been working or if you've been previously, like maybe caring for somebody or doing something, but you've been busy and you've gone so hard and you've given so much away that now you're just like, you're done. There's nothing in the tank. You're laying on the back. Everybody that wanted something from you isn't getting what they want from you anymore. And they're kind of just like tossing whatever your way and hoping that you'll catch it. I think that not right now seems to be the theme of tonight. And it's not a cop-out thing. It's just not right now seems to be a pretty prominent theme for tonight. So if we take not right now and incorporate that into the 10 of Swords as well, I don't see a job for you right now, but I see a job for you in the future. I see a job for you coming. I see a job for you that you didn't expect. And maybe it's not... Hold on a second. I'm just downloading something here. If you let go of the specific thing that you're trying to get right now and blow it up to make it more the essence of what you're going for, I think that you'll find that what you're looking for, career-wise, if that is what you're looking for, will come to you a little bit sooner. So if you're just like, I need a job so that I can, pay my bills, and that's what your focus is right now, I feel like that energy is low vibrating. So if you can change that to like, what does paying your bills mean? What does making money mean? Well, it means security. It means freedom. It means safety. It means, I don't want to say it means happiness because money doesn't mean happiness, but security and freedom can make you feel abundant, and then that can bring in feelings of happiness. So it is all connected. But I'm getting that I feel like you need to see the bigger picture here and really figure out what it is that you want that getting a job would give you, and then focus on attracting that into your life. Because right now I'm not seeing a job for you. I'm sorry if that's bad news to you. I'm sorry if that's upsetting, but I'm real and I'm going to say what it is. I'm also not a fortune teller or by any means the future. But I feel like that question is such a small piece of what you're actually really meant to focus on right now, that if you widened your there's so many things coming in right now, like it's crazy. If you widen your perspective, you would be able to see what the actual essence is that you're going for. And then once you figure that out, I see everything shifting into alignment. I also keep hearing December. So possibly maybe that job will be December, and maybe that is your future, but not right now. I hope that makes sense. I also I feel like after somebody asks a question, talking to producer Pat, after somebody asks a question, I feel like it would be cool if once I've answered it, if they can just if they feel called to, they don't have to, but feel called, if you want to drop some feedback about about the answer, do it 100%. If I don't read it on the show, I'm definitely going to read it after the show. So that can be something cool too. But yeah, so that's Charlene's there. What do we got? I see a lot of wows and oh my gods. Ooh. Lisa Dane, you asked a question. Do you want that on the screen? You can just type a comment yes or no. And if you're cool with it, we'll toss it on the screen. If not, we can answer that quietly later. Let's do another one while much like a spider web, we are all just twitching the lines. Is that twitching? Twitching the lines? Yeah. Match the frequency of what you desire and you will thrive. Yeah, she gets it. That's exactly what it is. I feel like spiders are amazing. Pat's afraid of spiders. So, Angelique. Oh my God, yes, that makes total sense. If I level up energetically, even within the darkness, I will know what to do, and transformation will be a natural outcome. I just have to quell this fear. I couldn't see because it was right on the white. I just have to quell this fear. Ugh. I love ugh. Ugh. It's like my favorite word to type. Yes, Angelique, you are getting it. And like I said, we are going to connect and we're going to work through that for sure. Tanya's coming in. Oh my gosh, I don't know if is it a reflection? No, it's not. I'm just saying, when you stand up too quickly and you see all the stars, I literally, there's some shit going down here, guys. There's some energy in this room. Did you? Okay. There is something in this, there is a light, there is a spirit. We are being supported right now for sure with this show. So how amazing. And the next question up on the screen after that crazy spiritual event. Any advice for the week ahead and honoring yourself? Yeah, I do. I don't know, Tanya, if you were with us from the beginning of this show, but the scattered energy from the moon in Sagittarius today, I said if we are able to kind of really apply all of our passion and really apply all of our gusto this week, the Capricorn moon that's coming on Friday is kind of just going to get us everything is going to be bring it on home, guys. So if there's something that you're working for this week, trust in knowing that if you apply yourself, you're going to get there. There is a bit of a shadow for Mercury retrograde, but let's see what the cards have to say. We're lighting the sage today just intermittently between each reading because I'm running out and my supplier is also running out and my harvest at my place is not, because I grow my own white buffalo sage, but it's not ready yet, and when it is ready it still has to dry and everything, and so I gotta go to my good old second location I go to on a reserve, and I grabbed some there from a really kind lady. I love her. She's great. All right. Yeah. Digging this. Okay. So Tanya's question, what can she know about the week ahead? And what was the end of hers? It said, what can I know for the week ahead? And any advice for the week ahead and honoring myself. All right. Any advice for Tanya for the week ahead as she honors herself? Straight up, I got a bubble bath. So I don't know if you like bubble baths, but time for a bubble bath. Bonfire too. I don't know if you like fire, but I'm getting fire and water. That's a bubble bath and a bonfire. So, all right, gonna intuitively allow myself to be called to where the cards would like to be cut. They are being finicky. Ooh, interesting. All right. We've got that. Just gonna make sure it's all centered there. All right. 7 of Swords. It's so funny because Roman numerals are difficult. Does anybody else have a difficulty with Roman numerals? But anyways, 7 of Swords. That's, I'm going to bring it up. We're good. My little tape marker. That's so cute. 7 is a number of questioning, right? So honestly, in the week ahead, I think I answered that, but how you can honor yourself, I would say, like, don't take on more than you can right now. And don't be petty in your actions. Don't take from others or take more than you need, or, come in creepily in the night, and like this guy coming in creepy and stealing the swords and running away. Don't be overly focused on what everybody else has and where everybody else is at and where you're at. Be more focused on, like, bringing it all in. Self-care, like I said, bubble bath, fire. I'm getting that, like a bonfire or something. Journaling. Honestly, this is a time for you to really, like, I would even say if you have plans over the next couple of days or next week, maybe cancel them. That's okay to do that. You can honor yourself. And just like if life affords you to, circumstances provide the option, hermit yourself for a couple of days and really look through what's up, what's going, and pay attention to every, eat intuitively. Eat when you're hungry. Wake up when the sun comes up. If your life affords you to right now. On the weekends, maybe on the days you can. Wake up when you wake up. Go to bed when you're tired. Eat when you're hungry. Follow your instincts and your intuition, and really honor yourself with, like, some actual self-care, as frivolous as it might seem, like bubble baths and fires and stuff like that. So there you go, Tanya. What's that? Oh, no? It depends on producer Pat's just giving me some notes that he wants me to read. Before I get to the next question that he was regarding, we're going to get to this one. Hi. Caitlin Bradshaw. Can I ask if I'm having a boy or a girl in March? You're having a boy. Yeah. No. Imagine. That's what I got. You're having a boy. I'm often, like, not wrong either. I've only been wrong, like, once or twice. And I have a lot of babies in my life. Not me, but a lot of other people's babies. All right, let's see what the cards say for Caitlin Bradshaw. Love this question. I love the serious and in-depth and powerful questions. I love the lighthearted questions. I love all the questions. I think they're great. So let's just clear these cards out a little bit for Caitlin. And then let's see. All right. Is Caitlin having a boy? Or congratulations. I feel like you told me this about your friend Caitlin, that she was pregnant. Yeah. Congratulations. That's amazing. A little bundle of joy. Is it going to be a boy or a girl? All right. Let's see. I'm curious. I feel like it's a boy. Actually, I don't know. Maybe it's a girl. Actually, I'm kind of feeling girl now. I changed my answer. I just got all of the signs I normally see for girl. So I changed my answer to girl. Let's see what the cards say. Imagine it was the 9 of Wands again. I'm just aligning it here. All right, we can bring that up. Yeah, sometimes I just have to move it onto the camera. 7 of Pentacles. I'm thinking the cards are saying boy to me. That's what I'm getting. Boy for the baby. Cards say boy. I say girl. We'll see who's right. All right. There's not much in depth I can get into that. Love that question. Little quick fun one. So yeah, the cards say boy. I say girl. I'm right. The cards are wrong. Can I see the question that you were giving me the note about? Where is it on the thing? Okay, so there are a couple of messages that are a couple of questions that people have asked about messages from loved ones who have passed, and if there's any messages for them. That is a slippery slope for me. Number one, because once I open up those doors, it's really hard to get them closed, and a lot of people come rushing in. I feel like I was really close to the mic. A lot of people come rushing in. Even if I even toy with the idea of opening up like the doors or the gates that I have, like that I protect myself with, they can come through. So I'm gonna not answer any questions about messages from loved ones past. Number one, without you physically with me. And number two, because once I go there, it takes a lot for me to come back, and I'm not in that energy or that space right now. And I honor myself 100%, and I stand by what I need to do to stay in alignment with my work. So I'm not saying no. I'm just saying not right now. If that is something that you're interested in, we can definitely chat and figure out some kind of thing. If you would like to, shoot me a message, a private message, a DM on Rattle1 or on tarot.by.anneille, whatever you want. My name is at the bottom there. That's me on Facebook and Instagram, so you can message me there, and I would be happy to chat with you about it. I'm just not going to do that in this kind of setting right now because it just gets really taxing and emotionally draining on me, and then I'm just like, I would just not be able to finish this. So that's what's going to be. Do we have it? But thank you so much for those questions, and I am honored at the fact that you would trust me to be that channel for your loved ones, and I would love to, and we'll get back to that soon. But I gotta honor my boundaries. Linda is here. Will I find a soulmate? Oh, girl, you already know the answer to this. Why are you asking me this? But I will pull a card for you. But I have told you, girl, you know what's up. Let's see what the cards have to say for Linda. We'll get a little sage going here. Have to be careful I'm not dipping the sage into the wet wax, like the melted wax, and just like dip. All right, my girl Linda is here every Tarot and Tunes. What a supporter she is, and I am grateful for everything. She's also purchased a reading. A lot of the questions have come from people who have had readings, which is pretty cool because it kind of gives you the ability to know that you can. But this is a serious matter that I take, and then I don't want to say I'm the real deal, but like I feel like I am a little bit. I try my best. I work hard at it. No longer sitting in like thinking I'm a crazy person like I did when I was a kid, and now just being like, oh, that's what this is. That's what those messages are. This is how we protect ourselves and our energy. All right, will Linda find a soulmate? Yes, she will find a soulmate. It's just when. That's what this girl wants to know, is when. That's what she wants. She wants it now, like we all want it now. All right, Linda, I'm going to let the cards intuitively guide me to be called to where they'd like to be cut. Oh, Linda, check it out. Look what you got. You know what that is? That's the Magician. You know what that means? Let's bring it up. That means that you have the power to alchemize the situation, and it's not about the other person, it's about you. You need to become your own soulmate. Create that in yourself first, and then that person will just naturally be drawn to you and attracted to you because you have everything that you need within you to alchemize your life to become what you seek. And girl, you know how I feel about you, and you know what I've said before. Take all of what I've said before, take what I'm saying now, and know that it may not come right now, it may not come tomorrow, it may not come on Friday, but there's a reason for that. You still have some aligning to do. So put in the work to yourself, really dedicate that to yourself, really focus on you. Nothing else matters right now. I love to say, like, the only person you should be in love with right now is your passport. Passport to the self. Oh. Just cheese. But yes, discover yourself. Travel within, travel without. Travel on the outside of you, travel on the inside of you, but mostly on the inside. Start with your spirit, and then let's work our way down. You're going to get there, and it will happen. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your question. All right, do we got another one? So wait, Lisa said no. Was that her saying she doesn't want her question up on the screen? Okay, so Lisa, feel like Lisa booked a reading with me as well. So if you don't want your question up on the screen and it is you that booked the reading and it's not a different Lisa, then you'll probably get some answers in your reading, so we're all good. If you have another question, feel free to do it. Who do we got now? Anneille, will I marry? I like it. I love that she's not like tossing in a specific person or anything, so like she's just curious. It's funny because I'm a wedding officiant. I feel like the top of, when I sit up like this, the top of my head goes away. I slouch. It's funny because I'm a wedding officiant and I wholeheartedly believe in marriage. But I'm gonna take your question as more like, will you find your person? Because whether you get married or not isn't really a big deal. Like, please get married so that I can continue to have a job for the rest of my life. And marriage is fun. And being married, like, and weddings are cool. But will you find your person? Will you fall in love to the point where you will feel the desire to want to get married? Let's go with that. I feel like that's like pretty close to what she's asking for. So Anneille, again, this is another yes or no question, so I'm curious to see what the cards are going to say. Will Anneille find her person? Will she get married? What is this? Floral Park? Love Floral Park. Bunch of local boys from Newmarket and Aurora, I think maybe even Toronto. They came out with their album called Look at the Moon or Looking at the Moon, and they were like, do you like it? And I was like, yes! They're like, we know how much you like the moon. All right, allowing the cards to let me cut them intuitively. Ooh, another sun. You can pop that up. Getting some repeat cards tonight. Pretty interesting. Anneille, yes, you will marry. Yes, you will find your person. You can bring it back up. Yes, you will find your person. Yes, you will fall in love to the point where you would want to be married. When that's going to happen, I think you need to go through the evolution and the gradual change, but I see that for you. The cards see that for you. I say yes, too. Like, immediately, intuitively, I got yes, but I got more connected to like, will you find your person, and not so much like, will you marry them? It's like, will you find that connection that you would be like, I want to be with this person forever? Yes, you will. Love it. Do we have another one?
I think that's it for questions that are in there right now. I have a question. Can I ask a question?
You can.
Okay. I'm not going to put it up on the screen, though.
No, but you're there.
Okay, so...
I need to brush my hair.
Yeah, you look horrible.
I know, it's a mess.
So, I'm possibly going to be starting a new job soon, which I told you about.
Yes, you did.
All right, I'm going to be starting a new job soon. It's just a matter of, like, some things need to get sorted out, so I don't know how much time I have freedom-wise on my COVID holidays before I go back to work. And I'm wondering if I should, like, take this opportunity to go do something. Anything, I don't know, go away. I was thinking of going to Kingston. Or should I just, like, lay low and just, you know, ride this out until it's time to go back to work type of thing? Like, should I go on an adventure before I have to go back to work?
Should you go on an adventure?
I feel like how I ask the question is going to determine the outcome. Should I go on an adventure? Yes. Should I take a little trip in the next few days? Like tomorrow morning, I'm going to tear down the set tonight. I'm going to wake up, load the car, and I'm going to go. I don't know where yet.
When are you coming back?
By the next time I'm required to be here. Like Friday?
Okay.
I don't know.
Selfish. I'm like, when are you going to be back?
Maybe
you can't be further than like a day away from like the entire time you're there. We're still going to be working. You realize that, right?
Maybe one of the viewers will tell me which direction I should go. Like
I feel
north,
like you should
south.
go to Prince
Well,
Edward
I can only
County.
go so far.
Go east.
Go east?
Go east. Go to Prince Edward County.
Well, first we're going to see what the cards say. But you want me to go to like the most romantic destination
It's
alone.
not romantic. It's
Your
fun.
sister was just there on her
Yeah,
honeymoon.
but they didn't have
beautiful.
They had a romantic time because they wanted a romantic time. It doesn't have to be romantic.
Can I go have a romantic time by myself? Can I go fall in love with myself?
I think you should fall in love with yourself.
I should.
If you treated me the way you treat yourself, we wouldn't be friends.
Wow.
Drop
Holy truth
Drop
bomb.
that truth on
Right,
Pat.
right during the show.
All
eh?
right, should Pat go on an
Oh,
adventure? And should he go on an adventure? We are all quivering with anticipation. Should we do a Rocky Horror Picture episode version of Tarot and Tunes? Like where we just listen to Rocky Horror Picture? Can we get away with that with copyright laws and shit? Could probably figure it out. Pop cards. I usually don't, but like I'm kind of feeling this. So let's do it. Do you know what this it's the Pat got the Page of Cups. And do you know what this means? You're gonna bring it up. Yes. Fortunate, good luck, good news, opportunities presenting themselves, having fun. There's a little fish in this cup, and he's just like, everything's great. It's just I also see the water in the background, which indicates Prince Edward County for me because of the sand. So Pat's going to Prince Edward County, and he's going. Your card said yes. Go on an adventure. Fall in love with yourself. Order a bottle of wine. Sit on the beach. Bring your guitar, and just play by yourself and see who comes around. I feel like it's the start of a porno.
I'd be ordering a pizza.
She comes up, oh my God, I can just listen to your voice all night. I anticipate that's how it would go because your voice is amazing. Okay, what do we got? Lindsay! I know it's a big one too. I need to balance my feminine, masculine energy, but I have always taken on the masculine role, not by choice. I just always seemed to work out that way. I now have the opportunity to be in a more feminine role, and it's completely out of my comfort zone. How do I release my I got this, don't worry role and allow life to be balanced without my constant need for struggle? I've known Lindsay since, you can bring it down. I've known Lindsay since I was, I want to say like 18. No, maybe 19. No, yeah, 18, 19, 20. I honestly can't even remember how we met. It's not important. I also traveled across the country with Lindsay. It's so funny, and she'll contest to this. Whoa, where did that come from? I don't know if it's a crystal, but it wasn't on my thing. I don't know. Weird things are happening tonight, man. Lindsay and I drove across Canada together, and we made it to, our destination was White Rock, BC. We made it as far as Banff. She ended up continuing on. And it's crazy that you can literally drive across the country with a person and then just like lose touch with them, and like you're still like, we're friendly, we're acquaintances. She would say the same thing, but like you're just not really like friends anymore. And it's crazy that you can like do something so crazy with a human being and then just be like, oh yeah, remember that time in our life where we decided to drive across the country together? And we smoked menthol cigarettes because we thought we were so cool. We did it in an RV Winnebago that was like very, very, very small. And every time we shut it off to get gas, it wouldn't start, and we had to get a boost every time. Like we literally barely made it. It was a fun time though. Honestly, if somebody tells me like, what was the favorite time of your life, I would say living in Banff and that drive. All right, so Lindsay wants to know how she can more balance her masculine and feminine. Honestly, I feel like at some point you're just going to have to make the intention to surrender to allowing somebody else to kind of help you with half and balance half. Again, pulling it back to that sun in Libra tomorrow. It's all about balance and partnerships and contracts. And dedicating yourself to it. But let's see what the cards have. They're just going to have some information. So just going to intuitively allow myself to be called to where they want to be cut. Ooh. All right, let's get that up there. Interesting. So it's the Knight of Swords. And this basically means, and we can bring it back up. This basically means, to me anyways, that I think the way that you can really start to harness that and bring some of that in will be to foster, to kind of almost like brainstorm and network, talk to other women, talk to other people who have done this journey themselves, talk to other people who have maybe are in the complete opposite of the spectrum of you, and they sit so much in their feminine energy and not so much in their masculine, and ask them like how that serves them. I think it would be a good time for you to do a lot of journaling and a lot of consciousness work. But yeah, it's going to be about like networking and brainstorming with other people, that you really find a way to kind of like dive in and focus on that. Let's chat a little bit further after the show. Shoot me a message and let's have a conversation. There's not really much more I can kind of share about that right now. Like, to me, I feel like if you can focus on finding like that community where you can really grow within people that are supporting you to get there, I think that's how it's going to be most beneficial for you. But there's nothing wrong with sitting in a masculine energy. And I think that it may have been like a default without I don't want to say like using, but without like thinking about everything that I already know about you and using that as like kind of like a blend of this. I do think that like anybody who sits more in one side of the energy usually has a reason that they sit in that energy. So clearly something has gone down in your life, you know, probably around the time where you were making these beliefs and thought patterns about yourself, where you decided like, I'm going to be in this masculine, I'm going to be here. So figure out what that was, and then heal that, and then let that go and embrace the feminine. And you're going to have to check your, like, most importantly, you're going to have to check your ego, because sitting in your feminine is going to trigger your ego and its vulnerability meter. And it's going to want to pull you right back into that masculine. You're going to have to allow yourself to really check that ego and really sit in some uncomfortable stuff. But let's chat after again. Lots of people are going to chat with me after. All right. No more questions right now? What's the time? Oh, wow. I'm tired. Anytime I read for way too long, I get this like weird, it's not a headache, but it's like a, you are tired, Anneille, go to bed kind of feeling in my forehead. That was a long one. Yeah, I haven't eaten either. We should eat. Sushi? Anything else worthy of note? My mom said, have fun, Pat. Lindsay, ego, LOL, and it's big one. P.S. Harvey life was the best life. That was what we called the motorhome. We called him Harvey the RV. Honestly, like, picture this. Three women, 20, I was 20 because I turned 21 in Banff. 20 years old, they would have been 21. I think they're a year older than me. 3 women, 2 blondes and a brunette, not like that matters, but like it did, driving from Ontario all the way to BC, but we stopped in Banff. Every time we stopped for gas, every time we shut the RV off, it broke down. Some of our boosts were questionable human beings. Some of our boosts were like a truck of hot firefighters. That was a great one. We were like, hi. I was a hot mess because it was like, you hadn't showered in a bunch of days. You hadn't slept properly. I usually drove through the night because I could, and they would sleep. And I had like my hair like piled on the top of my head with like this big black bandana. It was all like stuck in places. I was wearing like the weirdest sweater and Ugg boots and shorts. And I just walked out of the RV and all these firefighters are standing there. And I was like, okay. And the girls were like, get back in there, Anneille. You're ruining this for us. No, but good times. Really good times. Yeah, I think we survived off like half a can of tuna for like a week. It was great. All right, what do we got? Yes, sushi. Yep, love that shit. Sigs. Love it. Cool. Anybody that has, so I see, what did Angelique say? Adventure with a couple days to relax before work? Like, are you kidding me? Like, But you guys don't understand Pat. Pat needs, like, we talked about possibly going to Japan because we're very interested in the culture over there after we watched Last Samurai last night for Brews and Reviews, the show that Pat and Jeff do. And Pat was like, we need to know that, like, we have a solid year, you know, between the flight there and the flight home so that I can, like, recalibrate from the fear of flying. And I was like, oh my God. So Pat doesn't do crazy things on a whim. He's a very calculated, planned out man, which I love him for. But since meeting me, our relationship has pulled him out of his comfort zone, to say the least. I feel like it's accurate. All right. Cool. I feel like we're good for there. So a couple things before we wrap up. Again, Little Buddha. Love you guys. Please sponsor my show. There you are. If you haven't tried Little Buddha, make sure that you do. Their grilled pineapple and rosemary is, I feel like, the only flavor, and it's the only flavor you need because it's amazing. So try Little Buddha if you haven't. Couple of other quick things. Obviously, this show is going to run every other week, opposite weeks from our full moon. So the next show that we have, I believe, is going to be October 1st, which is next week, and that will be a full moon card pull. And then we will have a question and answer episode the following week on Tuesday, and then the following week after that will be a new moon. Fun fact, there's 2 full moons in October, one being on the 1st, one being, and drum roll please, I don't think we have a drum roll sound effect, but Pat's like, hold on, he's gonna do a drum roll. Let's just hope that translated well. October 31st, Halla-fucking-ween. It's a full moon. It's Halloween. We're going to come up with a cool episode before we probably have some drinks and get drunk, because why not? We deserve it. Rocky Horror Picture Show themed show, possibly. Who knows? Maybe I'll dress up like that crazy girl with the big hair. Pat'll be Frankenfurter. Or Rocky. Be Meatloaf. Oh yeah, Pat's obviously Meatloaf. So yes, we're gonna do a Halloween type show. We're gonna do, so there's a full moon on October 1st, October 31st. There's gonna be, you can pretty much just count on the fact that there will be a show on the full moons and new moons forever. If they happen to fall on a weekend, the show might be on a weekend. We'll figure it out. Every other week there will be the question and answer show. We also have some exciting news that we can officially talk about now because we were given the green light. So Global News has actually reached out to Rattle One. Oh, I got it. I got it on the first try. I was gonna go the other way. Has reached out to Rattle One, our new platform that we have started, and they are very, very interested in our webisodes, in what we're doing, in a whole bunch of other things. And specifically, it seems that they are super interested in tarot and tunes. So we have a interview with, what's his name? I feel Bill. I always
Bill
pronounce
Wilichka.
Bill Wilichka. And he was from Much Music. Yeah, he was from Much Music.
He's a great dude.
He's now with Global News, and they've reached out. So that interview is going to be in October. I think maybe second week, third week it'll air. I don't know. We're going to get more information. Super nervous, super excited. It's going to be fun.
You're going to be fun.
I've just become okay with, like, Instagram Live. This is only okay because you're right there and I don't have to do anything but talk to this. And I can barely see what anyone's saying. You have to really show it to me. So we'll see. But no, it's going to be great. And when that interview airs, we'll obviously let you guys know so you can catch it and support. Who knows what the future for us is here at Rattle One. It seems like things are moving and shaking, and that's amazing because we've put a lot of work into this. And we take a lot of pride in how we produce these shows and how we do it and the quality and the work that goes into it. So I see a couple congratulations.
Shout out to Diane, whose son's birthday is on the 1st. My birthday is the 3rd, so October 3rd.
So some Libras.
Yeah.
Libra, right? Yeah.
And Halloween is the best time of year. Like the entire month of October. It's really like a pre-holiday to Christmas or something. I don't know. Anyway.
I actually despise Halloween.
Shut your mouth.
But only the version of Halloween that is like this scary costumes and like all of the stores are covered in glitter. And I also have a phobia of glitter. I feel like it's the herpes of craft supplies. It never goes away. If you go to the dollar store anytime in October, your shoes trek it into your house. I can't. I can't with the glitter. Same thing with Christmas, but I love Christmas. I'm also really easily scared by like stupid things that aren't real, like scary movies and stuff. And I can't watch them, so Halloween is never a good time for me. But I love like the culture of Halloween in terms of like my witchcraft and tarot and all of that stuff. So we're gonna come up with something cool. Cool. That's what do we got? What are you guys dressing up as? What are we dressing up as for Halloween?
Each other.
Oh my God, I'll be Pat and you can be me.
You're gonna dress all
We're
in
gonna
black.
squeeze him into a little crop top, little titty top.
But I'm off camera, so it doesn't matter.
Pants.
Doesn't matter. I'm off
Imagine.
camera. You're just gonna wear a black T-shirt. You
That's-
can wear the same thing you're wearing now, just more of it.
That's true. We literally are pretty much dressed the exact same. Pat and I wear a lot of black. Black translates really well on camera
Pat
too.
only wear black.
It does. Yeah, Pat only wears
Literally
black.
only has
It's
black
true.
clothing.
Yeah, so we'll come up with something cool for Halloween. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all of your questions. I hope I answered some things. I hope that I gave some clarity where I could. If you didn't get your question answered for a specific reason, or if we ran out of time, shoot me a DM, shoot Rattle1 a DM. We'll connect. You can also book a full in-depth reading. They are modestly, I always confused, modestly. They are modestly priced, very modestly priced, because I want people to be able to get them. And it's not going to last forever. This kind of special pricing I have, I am gonna, have to eventually charge what I'm worth and pay my bills. But right now, it's pretty modestly priced. So if you are thinking about getting a little bit more information, feel free to message me and book in a reading. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your questions. I feel like this new version episode went perfectly. I'm very happy with the outcome. We're going to get some sushi. I'm going to have another little Buddha. And we will see you all next week, October 1st, for the full moon Tarot and Tunes card pull. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. And I will see you guys all next week.